Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling a problem with a bit of a mathematical twist, called n-repeated element in size 2n array. It sounds like a mouthful, but the concept is actually quite straightforward once we break it down. We'll explore a couple of ways to solve it, starting with a basic counting method, and then moving to a really clever trick that makes the solution super fast. Let's get started. First, let's understand what we're asked to do. We are given a list of integers, which the problem calls nums. The size of this list is exactly 2 times n. Now, inside this list, there are n plus 1 unique numbers. The special rule here is that exactly one of these numbers is repeated n times, while all the other numbers appear just once. Our job is simply to find and return that specific element which is repeated n times. Let's rephrase this to make sure we've got it. Imagine n is 2. The list length would be 4. There would be 3 unique numbers total. One number appears twice, and the other 2 appear once. Since the list has length 2n, and our target appears n times, that means our target takes up exactly half of the entire list. That's a huge hint. It's not just a random duplicate, it's a very frequent element. Let's look at the first example. We have the list 1, 2, 3, 3. Here, n is 2, so the total length is 4. We see that the number 3 appears twice. All other numbers, 1 and 2, appear just once. So 3 is our answer. In the second example, the list length is 6, so n is 3. The number 2 appears 3 times. Everything else is unique. So the answer is 2. Basically, because every other number appears only once. If we find any number that appears more than once, that number has to be our answer. We don't even need to count up to n. Just finding a duplicate is enough. Just a quick heads up. We'll be walking through the solution logic using Python, but don't worry if that's not your main language. The logic applies everywhere, and I'll be showing the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript towards the end of the video. The first approach is the most intuitive one. We call it count. Since we know there is only one number that repeats, and all others are unique, we can just count how many times we see each number. As we scan through the list, or after we've scanned it, we check our counts. The moment we find a number that has appeared more than once, we know for a fact it's the one we're looking for, because no other number is allowed to repeat even a single time. Before we get into the code, let's talk about the real reason people fail at Leetcode. It's not because they can't reverse a linked list, it's because they break their daily streak. I built my daily to-do specifically to solve this. You can set Solve Daily Leetcode as a routine task. This means it reminds you to complete your routine tasks every day. It's a dedicated system to force you to be consistent, which I also use to remind myself to upload these videos every day. If you're watching this channel, you're trying to improve, so this tool makes sure you actually show up to do it. I also want to be 100% transparent about how this app will grow. I am an indie developer, not a big corporation. I will never take away a free feature you already use. Core features like repeating tasks remain free forever. However, as I add new server-heavy features, they will be part of the premium plan to help cover the costs of running the app. Also, the price of premium will go up every time I ship a major new feature, so the best time to get involved is right now while it's early. Check it out at the link in the description. Okay, we've talked about the big picture and the logic. Now let's see what this looks like as actual code. I'll put the full solution up on the screen first, and don't worry, after that, we'll walk through the most important sections together. Here is the Python implementation for the counting approach. We use a counter to tally up all the elements in our list, which we're calling A. Then we just look for the one with a count bigger than 1. Let's break down exactly what's happening here. First, we use the counter tool from Python's collections library. This takes our list A and builds a dictionary where the keys are the numbers and the values are how many times they appear. Then, we loop through each number k in our counter. We simply check, did this number appear more than once? If yes, we return k. Since the problem guarantees only one number repeats, we are done as soon as this condition is met. Now for the second method, which the editorial calls compare. This relies on a mathematical insight. Because our target element takes up half the array, it's very crowded. If we look at any small window of the array, it's highly likely we'll see our target number twice. Specifically, the editorial proves that in any subarray of length 4, the repeated element must appear at least twice. This means we don't need a hash map at all. We just need to check if a number is the same as its neighbor, or the one after that, or the one after that. And here's the code for that comparison approach. It's very compact. We have 2 loops. The outer loop controls the distance we are checking, and the inner loop scans the array. Let's dissect this. Start with a gap size, let's call it k, of 1. This means we check immediate neighbors. We loop through the list using index I and check, is the value at I equal to the value at I plus k? If yes, we found our duplicate. If we finish checking all immediate neighbors and find nothing, we increase the gap k to 2, checking elements with one number in between them. Finally, we try a gap of 3. The mathematics of the problem guarantees we will find the duplicate within these 3 gap sizes. So how fast are these solutions? Both approaches technically run in linear time, or big O of n, because in the worst case we scan the array. However, the second approach, the comparison one, is extremely efficient in terms of space. It uses big O of 1, or constant space, because we aren't building a hash map to store counts, we're just looking at the existing list. The counting approach uses big O of n space to store the dictionary. Alright, that covers the main solution in Python. As promised, for those of you who code in other languages, I'm about to show the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. I won't be breaking these down, so just pause the video on your language of choice to check it out. Alright, as promised, here is the full solution in Java. You can pause the video here to take a closer look at the implementation. This uses the efficient comparison approach we just discussed. Next up, here is the C++ version of the solution. It follows the exact same logic structure. Feel free to pause and review the code. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Hopefully seeing it in a few different languages helps solidify the concepts. So let's wrap it up. We learned that when an element repeats this frequently, taking up half the array, it has to be close to itself somewhere. This allowed us to switch from a memory-heavy counting approach to a super lean comparison approach. We also leveraged the fact that all other numbers are unique, meaning the first match we find is guaranteed to be the winner. Also, if you're looking for even more Leetcode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. It's where I'll be posting solutions to a ton of other problems. So if you're serious about your interview prep, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. Hope this Leetcode solution breakdown made sense. If it helped, give that like button a click, maybe subscribe for more, or drop a comment if you have questions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know straight away when I upload a video, because I upload videos daily. If you want to support the channel, a few people have asked how I plan my solutions. I'm a big fan of sketching out the logic and data structures on a tablet before I code. It really helps. I've put affiliate links in the description to the tablet I use and a few other good options. Using those links doesn't cost you anything extra but really helps me out. Or, if you're feeling generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep coding and I'll catch you in the next one.